was just inspired to share this message, but it's basically about taking things like one step at a time, especially pertaining to academics. Because a few days ago, I was hanging out with my friend. He's about 2 grades ahead of me. So I'm a sophomore in college, which is a second year, and he's a senior, which is a fourth year. 2 years ahead of me. And so he was asking me, like, you're gonna be a junior next year, right? I'm like, yeah. Then that's when he said, like, oh, that's when your classes start to get harder. You start to do things more so related to your major. Like, stuff starts to get real. Him saying that made me panic briefly. Cause I'm thinking, like, like that just seems like a scary statement. Like, stuff getting real, doing harder stuff. Then I have to think back, even like in my middle and high school years, because that reminded me of how, like, when I would see, I guess, like, the course objectives and expectations for the end of the year, like, the whole, like, oh, by the end of the year, you'll be able to do this. It would scare me, especially, like, when it came to math. Like, they would put letters in math and be like, oh, by the end of the year, you'll be able to do this. Easy peasy. Like, that would scare me seeing it from the beginning. But then I was always able to persevere and make it. And looking back, it's because, like, we took it, like, one step at a time. We didn't go from, from wherever kind of math we were doing to all of a sudden jumping right in. Like, we took it like one step at a time, like building blocks, building up on what we already knew, and like combining it. And like, since it was, like elementary school, middle school, high school, like we took our time with it. Whereas in college, it's like more rushed. Elementary, middle, high school, they're trying to get you to like get that general knowledge and to graduate, right? Alright, but then in college, you're getting like more in-depth knowledge in a shorter amount of time as well, like half the amount of time. That had me thinking, what classes do I plan on taking junior year? And so far, like, my list isn't complete. It's like subject to change. I do know that I have to take organic chemistry. That's one that I've heard like people like really complain about. Organic chemistry, cell bio, physics. Then I have space for like 2 more classes. I don't know what it'll be yet. However, for physics, I took physics in high school, and it actually did provide me like a bit of a challenge. However, like, since it's still familiar, I know that I'll be able to persevere and do it. Organic chemistry, I pray that my burden will be lightened, and like, even if other people say that it was hard, I'll be able to say that like it was moderate. For cell bio, I don't really hear people talk about it, but I still pray that, it won't be too tough for me. Like, I'll come out of the class learning new stuff and feeling like a real improved person in terms of that field. And that just reminded me, like, that everything will be okay, like everything will work out. Just take it one step at a time, one day at a time, one piece at a time. Then, like, we'll get there, we'll make it. And before I know it, it'll be the year 2026. That's my expected graduation date, and I'll be graduating. And bigger things from up there. I know that hard work and dedication will get me there, and that I'll be able to do like whatever I put my mind to. Granted, freshman year was a little tough, especially in regards to chemistry, general chemistry. But like, now that I've had at this point like 1.5 years of college under my belt, I can do better moving forward. And besides, like, I was able to show improvement and confidence in other areas. Like, for example, biology. It was like an intro to bio class, and at the beginning I was getting like 70s on the quizzes, on the exams, the quizzes. But then I was able to find like a way of studying that worked for me, that helped me get like around 90s on average, and even get 104% one time because of the extra credit. That's what made it like over 100. That just made me so happy to finally get all the questions right on an exam, especially since that's my major, biology. I better do great. But that gives me like the motivation, the confidence. They know I can do like what I put my mind to doing. I just have to find out like what works for me, for one, and I can just persevere. Like, I can do it.